Carlos Alcaraz steps into the Clevver Cup for the first time, carrying the weight of a legacy. His mentor, his idol, Rafael Nadal, absent. The Uber Arena in Berlin, where the echoes of tennis greats swirl like a whispered legend, will not see Nadal grace its courts this year. Instead, it will be Carlitos who fills the space left by his countryman, his 22-time Slam champion, who has chosen to wait, not yet ready to return to the fierce embrace of competition. Alcaraz, standing before the flashing lights and curious eyes on media day, reflected on a memory that still burns in the corners of his mind, the first time he faced Rafa.
It was Madrid, 2021.
A day when dreams and reality collided, and all he could muster were 3 games against the myth who once haunted his nights. When I played against him for the first time, at times, it felt like a nightmare, Carlitos confessed, a quiet storm behind his words. Facing him is never easy. It is always a battle. But to share the court with him, there is privilege in that. I always tried to be worthy enough to challenge him. Now, this new chapter unfolds. For the first time, Alcaraz will represent Team Europe in the Clevver Cup, an arena filled not only with competition but also with the ghosts of tennis titans. He enters not merely as a player but as a student of the sport's history, eager to soak in the wisdom that will surround him.
Bjorn Borg,
John McEnroe,
Rod Laver, Roger Federer.
Names that shimmer like stars in the night sky. To be here in their company is an honor. Borg, McEnroe, Clevver. They are legends who have shaped the world I now walk in. I will take this moment, learn from their brilliance, and embrace it. This tournament is a celebration, a thing of beauty. Usually, we stand on opposite sides battling, now we will stand together. And that will be something truly beautiful. Yet, even amidst this celebration, there is a quiet mission in his heart. The season's twilight brings indoor courts, territory where he has yet to carve his name deep. It is an unfamiliar battleground, but one that calls to him with the promise of growth. The Clevver Cup may not be an official ATP stage, but for Alcaraz, it is no less sacred. I have not danced under the indoor lights often. But that is why I am here, to adapt, to sharpen, to improve. I will treat this tournament as if every point were etched in the record books. My best tennis, always. And until the ATP finals, I will chase every opportunity to play indoors, to find my footing under that roof. All eyes will fall on him. Roger Federer's Clevver Cup, founded by a maestro of grace, now welcomes the young Spaniard as its star. The curiosity swells around him, the anticipation of what he might bring to this clash between continents, between Team Europe and Team USA. And yet, even as he steps into the spotlight, he carries a memory of a different time, a younger Alcaraz, not yet fully formed, standing in awe of Federer himself. In a quiet moment, during an interview with EFE, he revealed an anecdote that paints a tender picture of his own humility, his awe at standing near the greats. Years ago, thanks to his coach Juan Carlos Ferrero, he had the chance to warm up with Roger Federer. But in the presence of his idol, his words faltered, swallowed by the immensity of the moment. Juan Carlos had been training with Roger and arranged the chance for me to hit with him, Alcaraz recalls, a smile softening his voice. But back then my English was shaky and my nerves were worse. I could barely speak. All I managed was a hello, how are you? And after that, I fell into silence. The weight of the moment, the overwhelming respect for the legend before him, left him speechless. And yet, those quiet words, those few small words exchanged with Federer, held all the reverence of a young man standing before his hero. Now that same young man strides forward, no longer the silent boy, but a player of his own making.